you are.
Hello, Jasmine.
Hello.
We're about to leave for Antigua in a few days, so I want to try and get behind the smile, right? And just explain emotions. So when you made the decision to do the MGR, something must have inspired you to do it, some trigger. Then you had to find a boat, you had to prepare the boat and prepare you, and you had to get the boat to the start. Can you give us an emotional rundown of that journey, not about the nuts and bolts?
Yeah, so I like the idea of something being really cool, and being able to sail around the world seems like quite an impossible thing, thinking, oh well, you've got the Vendée Globe, you've got the Golden Globe, you've got this, and it's all seemed like really far out of reach, whereas the Mini just seemed actually achievable, and so that actually then lit the sort of interest a bit more, and therefore really made me motivated to do it because I saw it was more possible. The whole concept behind it. So straight away I kind of got emotionally evolved straight away from that. And then I realised that I definitely did want to do it. So I went to go visit Origami and with Pete Kenyon, and I said, right, I want this boat, just give me a couple of months to get a deposit. And then I didn't hear, we didn't communicate very much. And then I saw it was listed online, and I rang him straight away and said, no, I want it. And he said, no, somebody's already given me a deposit for it. And I was fuming. And so at that point, I realised, because of how upset I got about this boat not then being mine, I was like, well, that's telling me something. I've got to find another boat. I really want to do this. So that's when I found out about number 2, went over to France, and really obviously wanted to do it quite a lot after not knowing how to sail and trying to sail her back across the English Channel. It was interesting. So just emotionally, it's the more you put into it, the more you get attached. And and still now it's well too deep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but hang on, just to step you back a bit, you must have thought on a couple of occasions, have I bitten off more than I can chew, or is it beyond my capacity? Yes, I want to do it, keep driving forward, but you must have had self-doubt plenty of times. Oh,
pretty much the entire time. I am just full of doubt. Everything, it's just that I'm terrified about doing it. I never want to do it. I don't want to go. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do it. I'm even to here today, I'm looking going, I can't leave here. I know for a fact that I cannot get out of here if it is blowing like this on the 28th. And I'm just already going, might be staying another day. Just because I have so much doubts and I am so emotionally involved with it and the boat that I don't want to risk anything happen to make it for me to not complete. So having my own sort of assessments and risks of stuff that I'm I will not do something if I think it means that I will not complete it. If I see that it's too windy and I'm going to smash into a harbour wall, I'm not going. Yeah. Because I'm so emotionally involved, even though it's the opposite, saying I'm not going to do it because I want to do it. It is it's just one of them.
You're describing what, I know a lot of adventurers and a lot of people, even myself, you're describing exactly what I go through and what they go through, where you have the self-doubt, you have the fears, this, that and the other, but you want to do it, so you just go through the nuts and bolts, you just keep moving forward, doing the work, and still got the emotional side. At the end of the day, you just say, bugger it, it looks okay now, I think we'll go.
Yeah. It's definitely one of them. But I think also, the longer we're then away from doing it and we're on land, the more fear there is about an anticipation about going back out to sea. If we've been in a stop for 2 days and living on the boat and being at anchor, you're still at one with it all. Yeah. And whereas here we've been so detached and normal life and shops and things to do and an actual country to explore rather than just a little island. So it's going to make the adjustment harder going back out to sea.
Yeah.
And then especially the initial bit where it's going to be pretty strong wind. Okay,
you're only a young lady, but you've still done a lot, right? But in the scheme of things, for everything you've done in the past, how's this rate? Is it right up there as one of the biggest things, or
biggest things? Just because it's the time scale. I've never been away from home longer than 6 months, and I'm already double that. and so it's a massive thing that you can't really compare to anything else. And I think even if you were to do it again, which I'm not doing, but even if you were, like, even both times they're incomparable because they would be completely different, a different unique experience. But yeah, so this definitely rates as like the biggest thing in my life.
Yeah.
I think.
So your family and friends would have had an opinion when you said you wanted to do it, right? Have you detected a change now that you've already just about done it, or currently in the thick of it doing it? You know, you noticed a change?
To be honest, because I don't really care on what they think about it, because I'm doing it regardless. It makes no difference to me whether someone has a negative opinion or not. I don't really pay attention to that, so I don't even notice a change. It's just sort of like, I say that I'm going to do something, and I think also a lot of the time it's not necessarily comprehensible for anybody to kind of go, all right, that's what's happening. It's only as we're going through the motions and making it happen that it's like, oh, right, okay. And then if you reflect back, then it's all different. But yeah, I don't pay attention.
Yeah, okay. So you should have an understanding now, you know, you've been out there for long enough. Do you think it's changed you? And you know, if so, in what ways, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're going to realise how it's changed you is when you're put back into normal life. So when I'm back home with the same people, friends that I've not seen this time, I think that's going to be the big comparison. It's like, oh wow, I'm completely different. But I know certainly I am now less tolerable of just stuff that's going to waste my time, pretty much. So like, you know, I don't know, just before always very patient and very, yeah, okay. And I'm like, do you know what? Life is too short for that. I'd rather be out there on my boat, and I'm not putting up with this. So I'm very much, yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I also know what I like more.
Okay.
Yeah, and little things I can definitely even like, I know you can taste good food compared to like crap food now. And that's a big difference on that, like, from just being around in different cultures and just different way of looking at life, definitely. So yeah, it's changed me a lot.
Do you give yourself the luxury of feeling proud sometimes? You know, do you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah, I am. I do feel that quite a bit, but it suddenly gets cut short when you think about still what else there is to do.
Yeah.
I think. Well, yeah, no, I am proud. I get proud over the really daftest things. I get proud of like not messing it up when I'm docking the boat, that kind of stuff. I get proud about like every single time. If I furl in a sail and I don't, you know, mess it up and it doesn't turn into a wine glass, I get proud. I'm like, yes, he did it. Every single time, even now, over the simplest of things, because I still take much care of every single one, because I know that it could go wrong. And so I get proud every time that I do something like correct.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like you're having fun. So from here, you know, you're basically heading towards home again now, up through the Atlantic. You're feeling, are you starting to think about the finish, or is it just more, you know, get on with the job?
Definitely thinking about the finish, but also aware there is a lot to do and a distance to go, but you can't not think about the finish because it is really important, and I've got to think to like prepare for it as well, and then thinking about life afterwards. If I get that sort of like in my head now, then it's a lot easier to work with rather than just sort of getting to the finish and everything being thrown on you.
So finally, is it delivering what you ever expected in the beginning? Is it bigger or more fun or worse? Or, you know, when you decided to do this, you know, what's the reflection?
So I actually decided to do this with absolutely zero expectations. I never like to predict, anticipate what anything's going to be, because I don't want to get disappointed if my scale for it's too high. If I've got too high expectations, and it has been awesome. Like, yeah, it's been really good, and and I didn't expect it. I always would expect it to be like the worst, the most challenging, by yourself the entire time, and actually it is beating all expectations just by the fact that like it's not a solo race. Actually, like there's so many, we're such good friends, and that is the thing that's like made this for me. And I didn't expect that. When I looked at the list of entrants beforehand and I was looking, I was like, come on, get a girl on there, come on, somebody slightly younger please, sort of thing. And then but So I had expectations with that I was not going to have many friends.
Yeah.
And it turns out they're like my best friends.
You're very hard to interview sometimes because I want to listen to you and I'm not thinking. Okay, that was not my last question. Who's your biggest inspiration? That's the last question.
None of my answers are ever simple. I don't have one big inspiration. I find inspiration from so many people, like little things all of the time. You can be somebody that just says, I don't know, like let's say somebody right now says, oh, I'm gonna run and dive off this dock. I'm like, oh, that's so cool, I want to do it too. And I'm suddenly inspired by them. And like so many daft things. Literally anybody that does, says, or something that I look up to, straight away is an inspiration. You know, you have a conversation with anybody and I'm inspired by them. There's like, I don't think there's a particular person that's ever like the holy grail of people. You know, it's just anybody normal can be inspiring. And that's what I like. I prefer normal people, not anybody that even people would know.
Okay, well, I'm so happy you're in the MGR because you're an inspiration. Okay, thank you. Yes, big hug. See ya.
Bye. Anywhere. I've got a headwind. I need to go there. I've got like 30 knots in my face. Just go backwards and forwards on the same line. It's horrendous. And I'm not going to make it. And I think I'm going to be out of the MGR at this point. So done. This is literally killing me. It's impossible. It is impossible.